Hello. Imagine booting up your computer to stream video games that are new for people so they can see what they're like. Imagine that. I can't, because it's newly released. Who would know? Who would know? Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Amy. This is Frost. We're checking out Wuthering Waves. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
There we go. I had to pull up the other chat. What up, Twitchers?
What up, Twitchers?
Howdy, howdy. Yeah, baby. Here we go. All right. Wuthering Waves. It's a wetter Genshin. Yes. It's Genshin.
It's a wetter Genshin. I'm willing to say it is a wetter Genshin.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of water themes.
Oh, let's go.
Look, we'll do the
This is the beach episode of newly released. Welcome.
I saw a thing yesterday and I'm like, man, that's something I could use in my life. And it was like, is that the overlash I'm meant to be going to?
Little beach episode in my life. Beach episode goodness.
Yeah, it's like you've had enough character development here. Have
yeah,
the beach episode, and I was like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Why does my Chrome keep crashing when I resize?
Your Chrome keeps crashing.
Yeah, like if I move it to the other monitor, it's just like, why, Father? Why have you forsaken me?
Why have you forsaken me?
I toughen up a little bit.
That's not the quest.
Wow, that is the slowest I've ever seen somebody do Naruto hands. That's wild. Usually implies like high speed and high momentum, you know, but she's here going at like 1 kilometer per hour, hands behind her back. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a small child, Frost.
Oh no.
I'm not expecting the small child to run that fast. Want to see how fast she can run up a wall, though?
Yes. Look at this.
Skibbity
bop. Oh my god. Look at that.
I know.
Zelda could never.
Zelda could never.
Are we finally just getting rid of wall climbing? We're wall running now? I'm having it.
I'm honestly here.
Should be Naruto running the entire time. Oh yes. Interesting. Can you catch the Pokemon?
You do. You actually do. So they're effectively your equivalent to like relics and artifacts that you get your stats on. It's an interesting system. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it yet.
Alright.
Like the game as a whole, I really don't know how I feel about it yet. Oh god, I went to drink tea, but I'm like, I gotta run.
Enough of it yet. Oh, is this a race?
Yeah, it is. I just, oh god, I fucked up.
Oh, I don't know why. I've been really liking a lot of games that have mini games in them. That's fun.
You know that's like all Genshin is.
Yeah. They're trying to get me. SVS €2. So percentage-wise, how Genshin is this? 80%, 90%?
Oh, 95?
95? Is that close?
Oh, yeah.
What's the 5%?
I would argue the combat's probably a little bit slicker.
Yay!
It's really hard for me to try and distill my thoughts for this one. Because I like it, but I wasn't tired of Genshin yet. I still play an obscene amount of Genshin.
Obscene? Does this feel like an expansion for you then?
Yeah, so people are like, it feels fresh. And I'm like, I can understand that.
Right. Those sound like addicts in denial. It feels fresh. Like, nah. What we want is more of the same.
Oh, they really.
You don't see addicts in the street waiting for heroin 2 to drop. That's just not how that goes. 95% Genshin, 4% Honkai, and 1% other. What's that 1%? The
Pokemon.
Name? Oh, okay.
tell me I'm wrong, but am I wrong? I don't know.
I don't know. I never played this. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Second Wind Group's channel. Oh, nice. Get some rewards, some cosmetics right now. 1% PGR. What's that?
See, I don't have. Yeah, the game is something to do before Zenless Zone Zero. The 1% Punishing Grey Raven. Yeah, it's.
Oh, I thought that was the golfing game.
No, if only. So, no. The interesting one to mention. So, Alex has been playing like every gacha game. Like, whilst I have played a lot, he's gone harder, like much harder than I have. And he was playing Punishing Grey Raven. And that's the conversation he and I have been having a lot about. This is that it's the type of thing that he wishes like they had a game there. Kuro literally had a game right there, that had a lot of really cool stuff going along.
Yeah.
And wished they'd kind of use more of that.
What is this? WW is only on Epic right now. Is that it? Let's go to standalone. No.
Everyone in my friend group that downloaded it we were like, do not download it on Epic. Download its client, because it literally doesn't work on Epic. We had to uninstall its launcher from Epic, and then download it on the. Oh, this is the one I'm right in front of. How convenient. How convenient.
Okay, Genshin uses Unity. This uses Unreal. Okay, I don't know why. I always have a problem with Unreal. My PC finds it too beefy.
Fair.
And we got some optimization problems for a mobile. Put it on, slap it on a PC.
We've heard it's had. I haven't tried playing it on mobile. I have heard it has some issues on mobile. Has anyone in my friend group done it? I should message my friend group. I don't think any of them are going to be up yet.
Not awake. I don't know. This could be that kind of game.
One of them should be. Because he works with me.
All whacked out here. Oh, Andy C, member for 4 months. Green Gang, Amy and Frost. Long time no see. How you been, Andy?
How you been?
Will this be on Switch? Yeah. You know Nintendo's terrified of putting MiHoYo games on Switch. They compete with Breath of the Wild.
Anyway, we're at 9 minutes in and I haven't spoken about Path of Exile yet. Can we all take a moment to talk about the shock of that getting showing it state of play?
What were they cooking?
What were they cooking?
Strangest gumbo.
Cross-play? Cross-progression.
What? What were they cooking? Incarn with the sub gifted to Gecko. Thank you. Gecko mochi. Oh, don't eat that.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that sounds scary.
Camera on mobile's horrible. This game overheats my iPhone 15. Play it in the fridge.
Walk into your local supermarket, say, I have serious business that I need to do. Please.
I do.
Please, sir. And then walk into the walk-in fridge.
Walk-in fridge in the
back. That
is
my professional advice.
The walk-in fridge in your produce department
that aren't
is
free.
fantastic.
Lots. I play lots. And I do agree that I wish the sprint was quicker. I do agree.
The sprint's fine. It's just the camera. You need some anime lines, a little blur effect, make it look like it's going faster. It's just a little sedated. I'm not speedy. I'm just quick.
I'm not speedy. I'm just quick.
Duncan, $10. How is this different from Genshin? And is this made by the same devs?
It is not made by the same devs.
That's racist.
MiHoYo never really cook up similar games. Even Zenless Zone Zero feels really different to the other two. The other three. I should say the other three because I am a Honkai Impact 3rd enjoyer, which tells you how deeply my pain runs.
Too deep.
I'll put it this way, for anyone in chat that does know. I started playing Honkai Impact 3rd. I am nearly completely up to date with the story content. I have caught up on 6 years of content.
God, in one day.
in like 4 months. Jizzy's your favorite? I got really lucky on my first temple and got Encore, and I was thrilled. So I am a Encore enjoyer. Encore enjoyer. Oh no! This
Hardcore hunker.
It's a wall.
Biggest issue with Wuwa on mobile, in my opinion, is controls. Hard to consistently do all the dodging you need for ideal combat. Don't they have, what is it, those like mobile control trays that you put them on?
Impact the...
Turns your phone into a controller for some reason. No, just phones in general. Like, that's an accessory, isn't it?
Oh, like backbone and stuff.
I suppose, yeah. Look at these funky fellas here. They need different skins for the gliders? You get gliders in this too?
Oh, nah, okay, no, my biggest criticism of Genshin, I shit you not, is the fact that I do not have enough options to earn glider skins. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how much I desperately want more glider skins. Waiting room for Natland. Waiting room for Natland so I can get the fire glider. As someone who predominantly uses pyro users, I'm like, I need this.
Oh, you're a fire girl.
I'm a fire girl.
Oh, Jesus. The gravity from 3 to 5 p.m. was weighing me down.
It's a mute!
Is this multiplayer?
You unlock co-op. I think Alex said last night, if you can get to Union Rank 21 today during the stream, we should. He and I should be able to play co-op later.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Marty with the raid, the E3 watchers. How was it? What year are you on?
E3 watchers.
Yeah, so Marty's been binging. Yeah,
oh my god, Marty!
He's been streaming old E3s.
That's the most Marty thing to do.
He ran out of games to replay, so he's watching the game reveals. 2007.
Marty, let's be real. We know they're going to announce Dragon Age thingo this year, Dreadwolf. You should start replaying all of them. There you go. I fixed your
He doesn't like his westerns. He doesn't like his Western RPGs.
Oh, come on. They're pretty close.
There's something, yeah.
Join me with a little... Oh, no,
If they don't come from the Valley of Japan, they're not it. They're sparkling Hokkaido. That made no sense at all. Techno babble. Is that like Wordle?
What?
What? Techno babble. Whoa.
That was a big jump. I wasn't prepared for that jump, I'm not gonna lie. It made my eyebrows raise a little bit more than I would like them to at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Amy, are you nervous about Dreadwolf given all the turmoil behind the scenes?
No.
I know. Unfortunately. We're not worried. Not worried. Vote of confidence, and Marty saying, I will force myself to learn to love Western RPGs just for Amy.
Just
me. The one. Just the one. And then don't give in, Marty. Then they're gonna make you play Skyrim and The Witcher and like here, try everything all over again. Every Western RPG. All out, you know. Now that you like one of them, stuff them.
You stuff them all in. It's that pancake meme. And she's just like, too many pancakes. That's a lie. There's never too many pancakes.
Like fake tech words, breaching the mainframe. Those are real words.
Those are words. I've used those in everyday life before.
Yeah. The real way that hackers say it though is I'm in. I watched Solo Leveling, finally decent, but the MC is more screamy than in the manhwa. How the hell are you gonna hear him scream in a manhwa? It's on the page, brother. Do you do the scream? Do you hear the scream in your head?
You don't hear the screams in your head?
Imagine reading manga out loud in public on the bus.
Well, all the ones I like, I'm sitting here waiting for their season 2s, fam. It's too hard. I just finished watching Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Absolutely loved it. And I'm like, now give season 2.
I feel like my girlfriend would absolutely love this game, and that would be dangerous. All her free time gone.
Who has free time? You don't need it.
Who needs it? Amy has all the characters I don't have. She probably, yeah.
I got stupid
She's
lucky,
there.
and Alex was like, are you actually kidding?
Every time that luck carries over. That's a creepy doll.
It is, apparently. So, apparently she was meant to be related to, the, like, villain character we've met so far called Scar.
Scar.
Okay, so we need to talk about... Scar's Bussy.
Pardon?
So...
Is what?
So... The villain character had a zip. He had a zip.
A zip.
Right in the middle of his crotch. Like... And it was a landing strip. It was...
Oh, no.
It was... And we, like... So Alex is losing his shit laughing. We're like, this is incredible. Like, this is hilarious. English community, we were gathering around it. We're like, yes, praise Scar. Praise it. Praise the zipper. And then... Japan complained, but for a different reason, and I have yet to find out what the reason was. And they got rid of it. They actually patched it out within like 3 days of the game coming out. Scar no longer has the zipper. And everyone's like, this is obscene. We wanted the zipper. We wanted the zipper. So anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Tragic.
So everyone please just take a minute today to pour one out for Scar's.
The devs listened. Oh. Yeah, no, that's not.
Why did they get rid of such a beautiful thing? It made me nervous how much they're listening this early. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, because they're caving a little bit too early in some places.
That always scares me. It's like, yes, feel free to hear the community, but understand that, you know, you're gonna get some selective bias. You know, you're gonna get some really hardcore players, a lot of different wants. Do your thing. Do your
community
thing.
manager for a hardcore online service game.
As a community manager, don't say yes or no. You say thank you. I'll hand it in. That's it. No, speak. That's not how you write yelling. That's how you do that SpongeBob mocking voice.
Yeah, I was
right,
gonna
like
say, that's
this.
how I
Show
mock
people
people.
yelling in the comics.
That's how I mock people. I use that type of font a lot.
No, I see. I don't think it shows no confidence in their game. I think it's being too eager to please. We'd like to think that wanting to do good doesn't fail, but you know.
I think they're very eager to please, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But yeah,
Throw a spine.
My thoughts on this one are hard, but I like really love Genshin, so it's tricky.
That's €5. How do you feel about MiHoYo canonizing the TB's identity as a raccoon? The TB?
The Trailblazer, that's the character, that's what you call the main character. They're a trash panda! They're a trash panda! Yeah, I'm all for it. I think it's beautiful and really accurate. I love it.
They rewrote 90% of their story before launch. Oh dear God.
Yeah, so the beta happened
that's not unheard
and they
of.
changed a bit. Not unheard of, no.
Shoot, a lot of games make their game, like their story as they go. See, I feel like creators should, I don't know. It's interesting because you always want to know like what happened before the final creation, right? What were all the different iterations and the conceptualization? But some people get a little weird because then they're like, oh, you ruined the artistic integrity of the thing before. It's like, nah, man, I just didn't want it. Like I changed my mind.
It's called iterative
something
process.
else.
It's how
Exactly,
you find the good
no.
stuff. How do you feel about TB being canonized as a That amuses me. Thank you for writing that down. That amuses me so greatly. Wait, shouldn't I have a... Didn't my data bank level go up?
Well, you can,
Oh,
you got all these outfits. The mascot for the new event minigame was super cute. Oh yeah, what was it? Mongoose?
No, it's raccoon.
Oh, so close. Oh, is that raccoon? Okay.
It's that raccoon. It's cute as shit. Man, they even did this. Man,
Just a little postcard. Isn't that nice?
As I mentioned, like, truly our biggest criticism of this is that they just went too close. Wait, did I have the wrong one marked on the map? Oh my god, I did.
Why does this feel like where Final Fantasy was trying to go with the remakes? Or the revisit, I guess. I don't know. Is that hearsay? Not hearsay. Is that blasphemous? I've upset all the fandoms at the same time.
Every single one.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Come on now. It's pretty easy. Boom.
Yay!
Summon a baby Roshroom to fire a laser. It is just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's some impressive architecture.
Which is kind of cool. I do like that aspect of it, because I do think that's interesting. Enemies.
Hey! Ha! Yeah!
It's like not turn-based, but they still wait their turn because they're polite.
No, I'm just too good.
This looks a lot more like a Xenoblade Atleia. What is that? What is that? Xenoblade Chronicles. I gotta say, see, for that's the trade-off between Marty and myself. He's got all of Japan covered. I'm lacking.
I am lacking. Together we are whole.
Between us both, we make a moderate Japan enthusiast. I almost said weeb, but I'm like, no. Weeb implies a certain level of affection, I guess. He's the yin to my yang. What he lacks in like understanding of British culture. Oh, there we go. I'll make that up. Yeah, panel shows, all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Beat up the fragile.
Damn, we could just walk up everything? What the hell? This character's OP.
They all can.
Just gone. God, the strength of their toes.
Specifically their toes. There's no other part of their foot. Specifically their toes.
That's why they have to climb like that. They got weak wrists, weak fingies. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint anime coming. Super excited. What now? What now? Every week. What now? It's a novel by Sing Shong. I think I just spoiled the ending. Good book, good book. Frost and Amy, what was your first RPG? You talking like Western or just in general?
I don't.
I think mine was Legend of Dragoon.
First, you know, everyone says.
No, really? Wow.
Your first RPG? No.
I remember mine, clear as day.
What was it?
Legend of Dragoon. I remember because you had to time it on the blue square. You had your 3 dudes. It was great. And I don't know why. I liked that a lot as a kid. I'm not sure why I don't vibe with other type of RPGs. Might have to find a copy just to see, like, untap some memories. Maybe I don't like any of them. Maybe I was just...
Maybe I don't like them.
Maybe I was innocent, though. Who knows? Pokemon Blue for you? Is Pokemon an RPG?
Oh, Pokemon's an RPG. Yeah, Pokemon would be the answer then.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, I didn't try Pokemon until I was like 14.
No, where's that? This one. Go to basic training. Okay.
Yeah, what is this genre called?
This genre?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where it gets funky, right? Because it all just kind of gets called gacha games, but they're also different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you see, I never liked gacha games as the term because you could wrap anything around that, right? It's like calling EA
Quite
games
literally.
just loot boxes, which I get it. It's funny, but it doesn't help me right now. And there will be some that are like, but EA games are loot boxes, ha ha ha. You know, it's like, yeah, I get it. It was funny this time. Yeah, gacha's not necessarily a genre,
Yeah,
so I want to know
not.
what these are.
It's an open world action RPG.
Okay. That works.
Like, that's about as close as I can get with it. Yeah, open world action adventure. Like, the classic
Like it's
combination of words.
classic, you say. It's very modern.
It's very modern.
Very modern. Are they doing the From Software thing where they kind of just own the genre, the Soulsborns? Back in my day, we had loot boxes. Yeah. Legend of Dragoon has a PS4 digital release, I believe. Well, I don't have a PlayStation, digital or physical. How's it monetized compared to Genshin?
They've been much more generous, and they stuffed up in a sense. I use air quotes there. They stuffed up in a sense because they did a silly, and they put. This is gonna sound terrible. They had 2 characters lined up to be the first banners that you pull for.
Right.
Half the people I play with haven't pulled because they saved the female character that we all liked the look of for second. To the point where last night they announced that they were going to pull her banner a week forward, and give people another 10 pull to compensate and things like that.
Wacky.
Yeah, a bit wacky. A bit wacky.
Did Frost or Amy predict Jinwoo's job before the episode in Solo Leveling? I stopped watching, like, I think 8 episodes in.
I did not. I did not.
You didn't guess it? Or you kept going?
Yeah, we finished it.
Yeah, it's nice. A lot of things I don't ever... Like, I would say I fall off more so than just leaving, right? At some point, I either fell asleep and never went back, or something or other. SVS 5-Euro, remember when they tried to bring loot boxes into the real world? Where? I'll be rolling right now. Dang, these look neat. There's boss fights.
Yeah, the boss fights are pretty cool. Again,
Hey.
the combat's pretty solid.
Do you get back on, Frost, or just stay off? That's the thing. Like, if I like the thing, I'll always get back on. So it's not a dislike. It's just like, oh, I didn't really vibe with it too much. So a lot of games I just never pick up again. A lot of shows I just never kept going on. Don't remember Loot Crate? No. Stop watching Solo Leveling because I decided to read the damn thing. Yeah, let's see. I was tempted too. The pacing of the show is okay, but I was like, I could go faster by reading the book. Whenever I try online shooters, I do excellently in the first couple of matches when the game secretly feeds me bots. What online shooters are you playing? Not many have bots at this time.
Ah. Yeah, level 17.
What is this? We have so much stuff.
I haven't
Wow.
leveled up any echoes yet.
So
Character trials? I can do a character trial.
Joro, Tuyuro, Ling Yang had side quests. Did your characters as well, Amy?
No, only Yin Yang, Lin Yang has a side quest so far. As far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
War Thunder starts you with bots until you feel like a god, then you meet a real player and quit. Yeah, you got some issues with those longer free to play games. They kind of have a huge bubble where the skill gap between the starting new player and even the worst War Thunder player who's been playing for a lot of years is way better than them. Right. Yeah, I will say pretty anime games are in abundance. We're in the Renaissance. The Weebasance. It's here. Like, why do we get these slow, dark, gritty Souls games, eh?
That's all I'm saying.
That's all we have.
That's why No Crab's Treasure's fun, or at least the way it
Oh,
started.
good, yeah. Fortnite has bots in the casual lobbies. But outside of them, it's just not that common. Also, kind of need it. I think people would be pretty upset getting pooed on all the time.
Yeah, whenever we start a season, we're like, hey, oh, wait, no, bot matches first. And then we realize when we're not against the bots anymore, we're like, oh, okay.
So
Like,
we're gonna
we
land
know.
on the outside. Yeah, nice and deep. It'll be the second Weebasance since the PS2 counted as a big one. Yeah. Second wave, second coming.
Oh, my.
Legend of Heroes trails through daybreak in a month. Ultimate anime game. The ultimate anime game is Persona, no?
I'm willing to say yes to that. I'm willing
Still?
to say it's
Oh my
Persona.
god. It's the big one.
Yeah, okay, that is where I'm going. Doo-doo-doo. And now we travel many a mile.
Persona is definitely the anime game. Nobody can beat. I don't know. You sure it's not like Final Fantasy? It's an anime. Does that count?
No.
No.
It doesn't count.
Because they're still going. They keep going. Square Enix is like, fine. I want everybody to enjoy this. Which Persona game is the ultimate anime game? For what I hear, 5. Final Fantasy is its own thing of fantasy. The fantasy family. Yeah, this is like a little Final Fantasy, a little Breath of the Wild. Is there a relationship having here?
No. Here. No.
No friendship here? Well, in busing, say.
I mean, you can have friends.
Crafting, too? Oof. Final Fantasy is peak kill God with friendship game, JRPG. Yeah. I don't wanna kill God. Just a minor deity will do.
A minor deity.
that.
Fair.
A little
Bold of you
trickster
to think
character.
it's the real god.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think I
This-
just clicked something for another question.
That's fair, yeah. That would be the ultimate anime game, according to the Western audience. The ultimate anime game would be something like, Absolute Space Yokai, the Undead Bubblegum Warrior Princess, or whatever. God. It's called Intimacy and Woo-Wah.
That one. I don't like that it's called that. I really don't like that the friendship levels are called that. I'm like, ugh.
Maybe it's a mistranslation. Wait, they're listening. Say it louder. They might hear you. Change it right now. What would you call it?
It was just friendship and Genshin.
Friendship. Oh, maybe MiHoYo has that copyright.
I actually own the personal trademark for friendship. No one. You may think you have friends, you don't.
No, you
I
have comrades.
have friends.
You have
Yeah.
coworkers. You have peers. You do not have friends. Fuck levels. Yeah. Hey, fungus.
Fuck levels.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, they're listening. They're listening. Dynasty Warriors, aren't there like 50 of them? Dynasty Warriors is funny. There need to be more Muso games. Just let me beat up on like 1,000 dudes. Why didn't they ever make 300 into a Muso game? Zack Snyder could never.
300
It's a big mountain. Yeah.
I don't think I can run up that wall.
Maybe. Ew. Dragon Quest, Smarty's favorite game, I think.
No, we wait.
Kingmakers is a Western Muso like. That's true. Yeah, Kingmakers is definitely a Western Muso. I like it. And I will call it as such if I have to do a review for it. People be like, what the hell is a Muso? Just join. Is this a new Genshin? Like, indeed. Open world ARPG. There you go. Patented by Amy.
I patent everything. I own every patent. I can't even say that with a straight face. I feel stupid.
I just like adding them up to everything. So this is like a weeb 'em up. And people get exactly what it is that we're doing here. What's the impression so far? You know, improved or absorbed? So she's having a good time. She finished all the content already.
Me?
Yes, you.
No.
No? Oh my god.
No, they...
Too much content.
Genshin does this as well, but I don't think it was anywhere near as bad. I can't keep doing the main quest. I need to be level 21.
Ah, okay.
So you finish all the tutorial stuff and you're like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. And then it goes, okay, cool, you need to be level 14. So I'm like, okay. So I got to level 14 and then it was like, cool, you did one quest. You now need to be level 21. And I'm like, I'm like, really? So there is a thing that we're about to go to now. That's just like one of the weekly content thingies.
You have hit the gacha wall. They gotcha. They got your wallet. Oh yeah, somebody asked me about Berserk. Didn't mean to ignore you, I just got sidetracked. Berserk, never seen it. Art looks neat. The kind of people that recommend me Berserk are the kind of people I tend to not take recommendations from. That's not a shot at you. That's just me talking about an anecdote. It's a very strange man I've interacted with in my life. So here, my only problem with combat is the elements feel useless. Discuss.
So the elements feel useless.
Do they feel like they do anything?
Yes. I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Immune. Just like threw a grenade at them. Oh my gosh. You just transform into another anime girl. Before my eyes.
Would not believe your eyes. Close your eyes.
Oh, can't believe me always. I can't see. Does every gacha game have an energy or currency that must refresh to encourage daily play? Is that the same or different wall?
Yes. Or at least in Puyo and this.
God dang energy limiters. Mobile games do that a lot. I said, why? I'm here right now. This is Gundam? No, no Gundam. No Gundam here.
Give me a suit.
Imagine. Yeah, if we had this, but Gundams. I want Armored Core, but nice and bright and colorful. At my age, you know, like our eyes as we get older naturally desaturate. I want all the vibrant colors I can get while I'm still here.
Aww.
Well, I'm like when I'm 90, everything's gonna look like old 2005 shooters. Let me have some colors right now.
Let me have some colors.
It's time gating, making you want more, so you pay to get more. Not me. I'm like, yuck. Because that's the thing. I'm willing to pay money if you treat me right. But as soon as you pull for some kind of trickery, right? That's like reaching for a gun. And I draw faster, bro. I'm like, draw, uninstall. Frost, you're like 29, calm down. I'm telling you, the world's faded. It's getting bleached. Frost, did you play Daemon X Machina? Was definitely on Epic a year or two ago. I'll be honest, Epic Games Service, I just kind of collect the free games. I don't really play anything on it. Yeah, exactly. Little Babby Souls like looks like Finding Nemo. That felt like
It looks like Finding Nemo?
yeah, they're very vibrant. Like Another Crab's Treasure felt like the old SpongeBob games. Matured. Yep, the old Mexican uninstall off.
No, you.
You know, as soon as they're like, would you like to roll? Is it free? Sure. Complimentary gambling? Favorite. My favorite. As soon as they ask me to put money in, I'm like, nah. I like inconveniencing businesses. What can I say? But I shop local. So.
I shop local.
Yeah, most gacha games I've played at this moment where the main story progress halts a lot after you spend all the daily energy of whatever. Yeah, they tend to give you like a few free days of hits, and then eventually it creeps up on you. Some people don't like that; it makes them spend. Other people like having that sense of control back in their life. You know, it limits them. It's for your own good. It's the bartender going, "All right, it's enough, guy. Give me your keys.
Give me the keys.
Give me the keys. You're not driving." I've never bought anything from Epic Games, nor anything they've published, I'm fairly certain. Yet they have given me so many free games. Yeah, I wonder how much of my data they've collected. I've bought one.
Bucks.
Yeah, I'll play Fortnite.
$49.
There you go. I'll play Fortnite. I bought these because it was exclusive early access. So really, it's not for Epic Games, it's for Supergiant. Well, I just 100% Olive Fontaine, dear God.
Holy shit.
For free? That's crazy.
I'm not there yet. I'm still going back. Jesus. Oh my.
Yeah. Is it just this area, or is the whole world kind of
waiting room.
desaturated? It's raining, bro.
No, people have kind of complained that it is fairly desaturated, and if you drop a particular setting, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, it actually does improve it, so it brings the vibrancy back.
Hell yeah. Want it to look like a circus. Bartender in a noir setting serving drinks to Elliot Ness doesn't get more black and white than that. That's fun. I'm not as elegant though.
I'm not as elegant.
You guys ever see the Pixar short of the, I think it's called like Gerald's Game or something like that? An old man's playing chess against himself.
Everyone's seen that one, Frost.
Yeah, that's me, but drinking. I'm the bartender to myself. having conversation with myself, threatening to take myself out, taking my own keys. That tripped me up as a kid. I was like, what is happening? Oh my god, the old man got swallowed. Best Pixar short period? I could agree. Hold on. Let me go into the old Mind Palace and flip through the P's of Pixar shorts real quick.
What was the face you just made?
For the birds, I'm in the Mind Palace. Hold on. Let's see here. For the birds is pretty funny. I think that's the one in front of the Monsters Inc. one. Chess one for sure. I like the one with the lamb that gets sheared just because of the song. Like that absolutely got carried by it. Knick Knack was okay. Yeah, might be Gerald.
Probably. Bow Wolf scared me.
Oh, why?
Gets eaten. Is there something?
Yeah.
Scary. Stressful.
That lava song. Oh wait, Jack Attack.
Oh, Jack Attack.
That was good. The Mom and the Bao Dumplings was a pretty recent one. Oh.
It was very recent. The Incredibles 2? Maybe?
Why does your booze bottle need Wi-Fi to work? Is it time to riot? Keeps me honest. I'll ever see Paper Man? I think that might be my favorite Disney short. Let me see here.
That's not ringing a bell for me.
Whoa.
Without looking at an image, tell me if I've seen it.
It would be with Wreck-It Ralph. Did you see that?
I did see it. I've probably seen it, but I don't remember.
Black and white.
Because I definitely saw Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't remember this one. Jesus. What did you just drop? What was that?
I think one of her doll things.
Yo, everybody wants to make Annie from League of Legends, don't they?
Yes, lol.
That's such a fun trope. Little girl, you think, okay, not threatening, but her toys will kick your ass. That's good. Best part was that Gerald cheated for winning the game. Gerald killed Gerald. Something was going on. That's actually the battle.
There's some Gerald lore.
Like Gerald was basically Fight Club before Fight Club.
No, Fight Club.
Yeah, that was the plot of Fight Club. Absolutely.
That wasn't the plot of Fight Club. Is that the plot of Fight Club?
Got a dip for a time, Frost. Really like your content. You filled the gap in my content creators left behind by Seamus Young. You've made my days better, so I hope you have a good one too. I hope you have a good time, Max. Now I gotta find out what Seamus Young's shtick was, and then I can steal it. What's this fella?
Oh man, they're just leaving themselves bummed.
That's such a good title for a series. This dumb industry.
Oh my god, Frost, there it is. That's us.
I like his shtick. No, this isn't Genshin.
No, it's not Genshin, even though...
This is the Krusty Krab.
I hate how close it is to my ult.
It's amazing these games can exist and they're still revered as themselves. No, like, yeah, we'll call them clones and whatnot, but they keep their names. Maybe because it's fun to say woo-wah.
Woo-wah.
It's like Wawa. We have Wawas here.
Yay!
You got your honky tonkers, your Genshiners, your Wuwas.
This area's cool.
What is that thing? The rain's pretty much passed. Got the pork belly burnt ends all glazed up, almost done. You better take some pictures, Sean. Put them in the Discord, Sean. What does have good hoagies with sandwiches?
Yeah.
We don't have one here no more. Oh, that's right, you hate sandwiches. It's weird to me that hero shooters and MMOs are seen as competing with each other, but these Genshin likes are fine coexisting. I think it's honestly because of the walls.
No. Let me...
Oh, there's rivals.
There was no competition.
Gang.
There was no competition. Now, there are 1,000,001 shooters, but there was no competition in open world gachas. Competition is good. People get blinders on and only see the games they want to see. This is good for Genshin. Genshin will get better if other games come in and start potentially taking their revenue and their players.
Yeah, but he's saying it's crazy that they have the audience, like the amount of players to sustain so many of them.
I'd like you all to go and have a look at a website called gacharevenue.com.
Yeah, but where's the gachaplayers.com?
The gacha players,
Yeah.
you can see the difference in finance between global and China.
Ooh.
This world has 7 billion people in it.
What?
What?
How many people
It
are
only
in
takes
America?
exactly. It only takes a couple of whiles.
Jesus Christ.
MiHoYo, let's even go a step further. It is one of the top 5 most profitable companies in the world. Companies.
Jesus.
Most profitable companies that is not publicly listed.
Ugh.
That is not publicly listed. And shooters, I don't disagree. Because something Frost and I were talking about before the stream all. Yeah, and Hoyo just do good work. I really love what Hoyo do. As a company. I love watching their videos where they go into maybe it is publicly listed, sorry. I might be the other way around. I can't remember. I don't think it is publicly listed though. But yeah, it's the same thing with shooters. And I'll get back to running in a straight line in a second. But I talk about this a lot with my friend group because we like playing games together. And I don't want to play Valorant. I don't particularly enjoy that type of shooter. It doesn't mean there's not 5, 6 plus games out there that are similar to it. But it's about taking those things and refining them, distilling them down to their best parts. And there is always space for that, for the genres to grow. And so it's interesting to me. Because a certain subsect of the internet, when all those hero shooters got announced the other day, were like, oh, well, this is ridiculous. Instead of taking 2 seconds to think a little bit deeper and go, this is pretty good. These look pretty good. And maybe this is something that people who enjoy shooters kind of need, because we aren't playing Overwatch right now. We all need something that all of our friends want to play. It's just little things like that. I don't particularly have a point to any of that, but
I think more of it speaks to just the quality. To me, it's not the money that surprises. It's just the amount of players to the point where, yeah, they can have so many. Because the last
many
time we had
players.
something like that was 2013. We had Halo, we had Battlefield, we had COD. And then they all started being like each other. And I was like, what's the point of you?
Yes. What is the point when they all start to be the same? And it's tricky because we can't... When people do try and reinvent the wheel, people go, oh, this game, this sucks. I don't like this shooter.
Yay!
And it's like, yeah, but it tried to do something different.
Do something different. I just thought it was weird that other genres now have this negative reaction to new games. I mean, it depends on the games. Like MMOs, I don't think people care if MMOs, like other MMOs, compete or whatnot. It's more so those games need the players. They're cannibalizing
Exactly.
This is more like they're very different games, but this is more like why Helldivers can exist because they're not demanding. They don't need players for the content to hold itself up.
Exactly.
The players aren't the content. A lot of shooters, the players are the content. That's why they fight. They fight for the players. That's why you're like, oh, another hero shooter, right? Like I don't know of too many people who have multiple hero shooters.
No, they don't. But herein then lies part of the thing, right? At the same showcase, two very similar games get announced. Which means they were both in development for almost the exact same amount of time. And two teams of people had the exact same idea of where a niche was missing some attention.
So the recent beating has been for hero shooters because like Overwatch messed theirs up bad. Like horrendously mismanaged.
They couldn't have fumbled.
And then all the other ones that have been announced so far, Marvel Rivals and Concord, they're just cash grabs. So of course people are going to be disappointed because it just feels heartless from the get-go.
Oh, what was the third one?
It's a shame games are so time-consuming and expensive to make because it means it's too hard to take risk in the industry, which means we get less variation.
You're about to get sweet FA games because the entire industry is just going under in minutes and all the talent's leaving.
My favorite. What I don't get is if Overwatch was such crap, shouldn't people want more? Surely there's a market for replacement.
We do.
No, because people mistake. Yeah, if we could go back to an Overwatch like that, sure. But it's more so like people. I feel some genres aren't real genres. Like MOBAs. I think people just like League of Legends and Dota. I don't think people really care for MOBAs. Overwatch. When people say they miss Overwatch, they want Overwatch. They don't want another hero shooter, so to speak.
No, I want another hero shooter. You can't stuff up Overwatch that bad and then not make us just take us back to one. I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but I genuinely do think it would have been interesting to see the world in which Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 were separate games, at which time everyone would have played 2, gone, oh, don't like these changes, gone back to 1, and what changes would have made to the game to go, okay, this isn't what we wanted it to be. Let's refine it. I am curious of that world. Obviously, it's a dream world in my head.
I mean, I'm curious of the world where Jeff Kaplan stays on and they deliver PvE like they said.
Right?
Like that was a huge bait and switch. It was crazy.
That was unbelievable.
Yay!
Yeah, same. I'd still play Overwatch 1 if Overwatch 2 didn't exist. Like Overwatch 2 cured me of Overwatching. But there's also sort of like what do you call it? There's just a floor, right? There hasn't been a hero shooter to me that's felt genuine, that came out of the blue, that felt like, hey, we're gonna do something new or even just refined. It just feels all like, hey, that game that died, yeah, we're picking up the parts real quick. Destiny 1 still playable? Did that also get replaced by a sequel like Overwatch? I think it was
Destiny
replaced.
No. Destiny 1 was a separate game entirely, wasn't it? Or did it get replaced? Oh.
Well, surely it's in maintenance mode, right? I have a nephew who plays Overwatch 2 a lot, but that's because he started playing FPS games when Overwatch 2 came out. Oh god, I remember Dirty Bomb. That was something. That's all you need. You just need a bunch of people to shoot. Adventures Night themed hero shooter. I'm so sick of hero shooters. Well, it could be a new theme in multiplayer shooters, if not COD or a hero shooter. I mean, you don't really need it. It's everything else. You're kind of just there for the atmosphere, right? It's like, what's really the difference between Little Caesars, Papa John's, and Domino's? At their core, they're still just pizzas. I feel like first-person shooters are the wheel, and everybody keeps on trying to recreate it in some way. Gigantic was an excellent hero shooter. Absolute copium. Careful. No. I think Gigantic, I would have liked to see how it would have been received with more people. I think Microsoft absolutely botched that release. It's hard to say. Every multiplayer game that doesn't have the minimum player base that it needs at the start is going to be trash. There's no saving it.
Correct.
Valve has Deadlock in the pipeline. That'll be something. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting, that one.
I like how they denied existing, but they patented the name. It's not real. Yeah. Helldivers is also shot to bed pretty hard. Yeah, that's just like mismanagement of other things. I don't think them being a shooter had anything to do with it. That is rough to see, though. I was trying to say, when it first came out, I find PvE nerfing to be so weird, so bizarre.
So strange.
Like, let players have their power fantasies. That's so weird. And then they're like, no, because people will only use the same stuff over and over. Like, so long as they're having a good time with it.
I mean, to be fair, PoE is PvE. But they update and tweak things every season. League, rather. Just to encourage players to try different things.
Yeah, that's for the theory crafters.
And when that's the core of your player base, right? Like.
Yeah. PvE nerfing is bizarre. Who cares if we're OP? I'm here for fun, not for balance. Yeah, it's like going to McDonald's and people saying that's not healthy. It's like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, it genuinely blows my mind that someone will walk into a McDonald's and go, yeah, I'll get the wrap, or whatever it is. I'm like, I'm here for nuggets and chips. I don't know what you're here for. I would potentially like a curry with that.
I'm here to disappoint my doctor, right? That's what I'm here for. ELE2 just delayed their closed beta, though. Tragic.
Well, not just. They did that ages ago. That game was never going to be ready at July. Yeah, that got delayed a while back. It's never going to be ready. I could have told anything of that.
Players would call for PvE nerfs of the kids who reminded teachers about homework. Oh my god. OP is not fun for many players. Is it though? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some things are pure devil's advocate. Just, let's say the thing. Let's just say it to be said. But there's actually no one who exists who is willing to agree with
Who's
that.
actually, there is, that devil ain't real.
Yeah, like the devil's advocate. Yeah, but there's no devil here. This is us. Especially because OP is relative, right? How many players will actually go through enough stuff and go, oh yeah, this is definitely OP. Amy, if you don't like sandwiches, how do you feel about burgers?
Burgers are great. But no, I'd really like to clarify, because you're called things chicken sandwiches.
Hey!
No, if it's on a burger bun, it's
Yay!
fine.
Yeah.
If it's between two pieces of bread, it's unless there's Nutella in the middle, that's okay.
It's just a rough time.
Yeah! Yay! あんこが見つけた!
They're saying your game balance is a little on the loud side.
Well,
When you get into fights, they can't hear you.
yeah, but we're also an hour in, and I probably kind of knew that, but how come no one said anything until an hour in?
Well, you started fighting more now. You were like dancing around and all that. Amy volume dropped all of a sudden? That's random.
I moved my mouth away from my microphone.
Yeah, get closer. If everyone knew what was the most OP thing in a PvE situation, channels like Spiffing Brit wouldn't have content. Yeah, that's why I never understood the whole, like, players don't like OP things. It's like, players are not good at finding the OP thing.
Not wrong.
No. If anything, if they sense something is too strong and they're upset by it, it's because the other things feel too weak to be varied. They want variety. They don't necessarily want the power. Fungus with the $2. Bread, bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo bread. A BBLTMB.
No.
I don't know why. Just you want to carb it up? Bread, bacon, bread, lettuce, bread, tomatoes, bread, mayo, bread.
I love bread. I just don't want things in my bread.
I want half a loaf in between every sandwich.
We got an
Let's be real.
unfortunate sliced bread the other day. And it was like it had just somehow missed doing the final slice. We just had like this really thick end bit. And we're like, he not right.
Gold.
Like, he not right.
Toast that. Leave it out. Come back 2 days later. Delicious.
Toast it, then leave it out for 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the texture. It's so good. Let's be real. We find the OP thing after watching the YouTube guides. Yeah, you little sickos. If anything, YouTube has ruined gaming. Something that's strong and popular gets nerfed. It hurts less skilled and less invested players more. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Like these people. It's also a way to balance difficulty. Some people are not good at video games, and that's not because they're incompetent. Maybe, Dave's a little drunk. He's talking to his buds. He's not fully engaged. Your game is a bar. Stop trying to aspire to be anything more than that. My mom is the same. She likes bread with air. Oh.
I respect your mother.
How do you feel about a toast sandwich? The old toast buddy, I believe is what that's called.
Like a toasted sandwich. Yeah. Okay, see, a toasted sandwich is different. Don't try and understand my standards. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't try and understand my standards.
There's no sense with it.
There's none.
Bread with air?
There's no rhyme,
Isn't that just a croissant? Oh.
It's pastry.
Yes.
Sourdough. A toast sandwich. No, that's weird.
Just carb loading out here, Just girl things.
Yeah, I'm like, Okay, now we go here.
Well, yeah, so you like being naughty, don't you, Sam? I like being OP a lot more when I think I'm doing something the game devs were not aware of. If it's just here, have this weapon, it's very strong, go nuts, it just seems boring. Yeah. Let player, like for a split second, let the player just go, oh, damn, I found something crazy no one else has. How did they make such nice animations in these gacha open world games? I would like to point you to gacharevenue.com.
Yeah.
Money, money, my friend. Money makes all the nice animations you could ever ask for.
Hello, strange man with door.
How much budget did they give you for pulls? We should have gotten a
Oh my god!
pull budget.
Can I take it and then use it in something else instead?
Nah. This game doesn't look bad, but it is way too anime for me. Mando, where's that threshold of like just
Where's
enough
the
anime
threshold?
for
Yeah,
you?
what? Like, how much less anime do I have to take off it? Like, and in what area?
Yeah. Is Breath of the Wild still too anime? Like, is anything more than Saints Row is just too
I
much.
need to know. I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Schuster, that is my current biggest grievance with it.
What?
Even down to the UI placement, everything is so copycat. I'm only playing it because I didn't like the English VO. I'm only playing it in Japanese because the English VO was a little bit off, and they have addressed why that is. But you can indeed play it in English.
Tanya. And the Naruto. Even the font, it's a genre. It's not a copycat. It's a genre. Yeah, like how come every Souls like uses the same directional pad on the Estus, you know? It's a genre. Congrats.
Weird
It's like
genre.
Photoshop, right? I forgot what the real term for it is, and Adobe tries to correct me on it so that they don't get gentrificated or generic. If fucking I don't know what the word is. Anyways, it's what happens when people take your brand name and use it as a verb instead of the real term.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like every time I alter an image, I call it a Photoshop, they could lose the trademark. Genericized. That's not it. Genericized. That was closer. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Thank you. Kleenex. Yeah.
So, you know what's really interesting? In Australia, we don't particularly... So this is weird to me. In Australia, we don't do that. I think that's good. Tissues are tissues. We don't say Kleenex.
Right.
We don't call it a Xerox. It's a photocopy. Like, we typically do not use the brand name. Typically, we don't use the brand name. There is one thing specifically that Australians use the brand name for, and I find it bizarre that we do it. And it's...
Frito-Lay?
It's what?
Frito-Lay?
No. What? Cooler.
Cooler.
You would call it a cooler. In New Zealand, they would call it a chili bin. In Australia, we call it an esky. We call it the brand name in Australia, and I find it weird. Okay, no. Okay, there is one more. And Cindy says, do you call it a Band-Aid or a bandage? We also do call it a Band-Aid.
What? Oh, that's fine. Nintendo trying to get people to use console instead of Nintendo. They can try and stop my mom. She won't give in. She doesn't negotiate with terrorists. ASCII wins by syllable count and flow. That's really the key to Aussie names, isn't it? Syllables and flow.
Yes, in New Zealand, it's called a chili bin. Chili bin.
Sorry to clarify, but did you say cola or cooler?
Cooler. Cola? Cooler. Very different. But yeah, I find that odd that that's like specifically the one thing we call is an esky, of all things.
I don't know.
No, trash cans aren't called stinky bins in New Zealand.
Oh my god!
I'm going back on the weekend. I'll walk up to Parliament and I'll say I have an idea.
That's so good. The
Let
chili
us
bin,
change
the
the
stinky
lexicon.
bin.
That's very
Oh
good.
my god. That's just so you can't sue them, Garg. Yes, put the Q-tip in your ear, says the devil on my shoulder.
I call it a cotton buds, I think we call them.
Cotton buds? Oh, man. Ebony Gatekeeper. What's this down there? What?
This is a thing.
Just a random car out here. All right.
I think I am up to what is... Now, here's another interesting one, right? For things we call by a certain name. So in Honkai Star Rail, there is a weekly thing you do called a simulated universe. And it's basically just a roguelike mode where you get some additional buffs as you play and blah, 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 blah. And you play back through and you can enhance the run because of these things. So it's very much just roguelike. But for whatever reason, I find it fascinating to me that in our friendship group that plays all of these games, as each of us have gotten to this, we've gone, oh, it's the simulated universe mode. As I played Impact 3rd, I got to Elysian Realm. I'm like, oh, it's like simulated universe. Genshin, I'm like, it's like simulated universe. And then... But, like, we don't call it, it's like their roguelike. Like, we all refer to it as the thing they call it in Genshin. And not Genshin, sorry, Star Rail. I find that really interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'll believe in it. The roguelike mode.
Yeah, like, we don't call it that. We're like, it's the simulated universe.
That's funny. Dana T, $2 kind of blew past the monthly fundraising goal. A little bit. Overshot it, so just a little bit.
I mean, that was the whole
But
point of the stream last
we
week.
can, let's see if we can do another lap. Absolutely. Us PGR players call it cursed waves. Haha.
Guess what? Hey, there we go.
Community lingo is fun. I do like it. The funniest thing is whenever somebody uses like very niche language that you wouldn't expect out in public, and they're like, "What the hell? Where'd you come from? You just blowing from stupid town." Fungus $5. Baby finally stopped screaming and went to sleep on Mammy, and they're both asleep and so cute. So anyway, why is the grass blowing inside the subway?
We're not. We're outside. We're in a dream. See, Illusia, it's a dream.
See, you know how air circulation works. Come on now. Come on, bud.
Just
pressure differences.
Somewhere.
You know a lot about mycelium,
Cats.
but you don't know nothing
I don't
about
like
air
the
pressure.
proportions of this cat's head. Lampy cat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lampy cat.
I mentioned grounded, and now I'm crying because of giant spiders. There's an arachnophobe mode. You don't need it. Oh my god.
The memories on.
It's true. I'm no psychicist. Yep. Physicist.
Psychicist.
There's a lot of random dudes out here. Oh my god, Rob.
Attacking me.
I wore my Adventures Nice shirt out at the Public Mart. I got one compliment. No clue if she knew what it was referencing or not. Well, that's what I want. I want people to go cool shirt and not know the reference.
And then move on.
Yeah, it's go on about your life. Even like, where can I get it? But outside of that, that's it. 3 months.
Dave,
Oh.
you have very different gacha ads to what I do. Controversial. I don't mind ads. Controversial, I don't mind them sometimes. In small doses, I don't mind them. However, the gacha ads for the gacha games I actively play, I'm like, you have the biggest budget in the world for this. And this, you give me a character in Honkai Star Rail running up to an enemy and hitting them. I'm like, that's not an ad. Don't put that before my YouTube video. It sucks. It sucks.
Tell you what, Abdel, 5 R's. Hello, Amy and Frost. So I am curious, has Amy ever tasted Marmite, and does it goes in a burger? 2 parts there. Have you ever tasted Marmite?
No. I mean, I've had Vegemite. I don't
What's the
actively
difference
eat it,
between
though.
the two?
They're pretty similar.
Pretty similar? Oh.
Oh.
And doesn't go in a burger, no.
No, it doesn't go on a burger.
Oh. Yeah, same, Coral. I'm always amazed how Amy can be productive IRL, get to level 40 in a gacha, and sleep at all. Yeah, no, it's not good. Meanwhile, I am at the age now where I need an extra 30 minutes of sleep. Every day.
A whole 30 minutes?
An extra 30, yep. I'm going to be
just
like
an
that
extra
mathematician. 30. Yep. An extra 30 on top of the 5 I was getting before. I demand advertisers just give money to things I like without running ads. They're lucky I cannot force them. I don't mind an ads. I work out during the ads. Getting that summer bod. Fungus $2. Okay, wait. So what do we call a vegan patty burger? A vegan patty burger.
You did. What?
Veggie bun. I don't know. SVS €2. Were that just normal cars? I think so, yeah. There's just normal cars out here. That's a Hyundai. Problem I have with these kinds of games is that you can't create your own character, but is instead relegated to pull an infinite number of fetish bait characters from the designer's mindscapes. Let me make my own fetish bait character. I like bespoke characters, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I've always preferred them over anything I could
serves
cook
a
up.
purpose, though. Like,
Yeah.
people say, oh, I wish I could make my character in Path of Exile. No, you don't. For a very simple reason. Diablo did it, but then used the same formula they've always used, which is, oh, you made a character you like? Don't give a fuck about them in 2 months. We need you to not care about them, and we need you to maybe even delete them if you need an extra character slot, because it's been enough seasons now that you've filled them all up. And then you have to go, well, this sucks. I thought I was meant to care about my character. You're not.
Yeah.
They're a blank slate. They're a blank slate that you are meant to imprint these skills and this fun idea on. And then when Diablo 4 did it, it's like, it's at a crossroads with itself, right? Like, that gameplay doesn't match. And here, you'll be like, man, I love my character, but you can't really customize them then to the extent. I get to a point where you could here, but I then understand why we wouldn't. It's an interesting one.
Sure. What you call it? I don't know. I just don't like blank slaters, I'll be honest. I know a lot of people like treat it as if it were Subway, have it your way. But then there's no lore, there's no funky story, there's nothing to get attached to. I think too many companies want to play it safe. Blank slate is safe because you can just imprint yourself onto the thing. Whereas I would rather find a character that I'm like, yeah, I just vibe with this one. This one's so me. I think that's why Overwatch was so beloved. They were just had the character archetypes. Your little dwarf who's not a dwarf. Fast.
You were a Torb main.
Yeah. He wasn't. Nope. You know, little fast Cockney British girl tracing around.
Tracing around.
Yeah, cold-blooded French woman. Step on me. That kind of stuff. Unhinged Aussie. Everybody was there. Winston was my favorite.
Smart monkey. Smart monkey best archetype.
Oh, yes. It's more like designed by committee fetish characters in all these gacha games. And that's not designed by committee, I don't think, so much as like archetypes, templates, tropes, you know?
Yeah, because there'll be certain characters that one person likes and
Like it was like
other
Torbjorn.
people like.
How many games don't have an engineering dwarf character? Because it's a staple, you know? Even as a kid, I hated choose your own adventure books. I was like, no, you wrote the book, you choose the adventure. I mean, I don't like choose your own adventure books either. It's cool when a game does it though. He wasn't a dwarf, he was just Swedish. And yeah, and Winston's not a monkey, a scientist.
He's a scientist.
What sucks is that, oh, I love this character. Okay, play a slots games with real money for a chance of getting it. Love the character, but not that much, brother. Have some have some boundaries somewhere. Like that's me, where I'm like, oh, you know, oh, Roadhog is cool. Oh, what a sick skin. I'm not giving you money for it. I'll just appreciate it from here,
I'll
though.
appreciate it from.
Yeah, like these are just pixels, right? I want them to exist. I want to appreciate them. I don't care to own them. I remember Peter Dinklage playing Overwatch with Conan like in Widow. Really? So curious what Witcher 4 will be like without Geralt. Dude's whole look and personality is like half the game's appeal. Not sure. They could get I mean, maybe they go like a younger. They go for Vesemir. See what he does.
See what that man's up to.
Yeah. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna keep going forward. Playing a Siri, I bet could probably do something where you could play a Siri or some other character. I don't know. Siri is too OP though. You know. What are some of the most recent well-written characters? Nico Bellic, Sir Arthur Morgan. Oh, you got a Red Dead type, huh?
You got a
Got your
Red
rock.
Dead type.
You got a Rockstar type, eh? Recent well-written characters. I'm so bad with seeing time and order.
Recent well-written characters in what?
Just in general, like in games.
I like Farina.
Arena.
In Genshin. I like Farina very much.
What's fun about Witcher is that you were in the scheme of the world a weak-ass, scrungly guy just scrapping by. Yeah, I like that. Instead of like, you're the chosen one. Heartman and Death Stranding, Kratos, Alloy were fun. I don't know. We're in the age of nuanced
like
characters. I just want a silly little whack job. Like, I miss Vaz.
I just want a silly guy.
Just want a silly guy.
Yeah, but I liked Pagan Men more.
Like, the characters in Another Krebs Treasure are pretty cute.
They were. Oh, I mean, the first guy that you got up against, he was great.
Too much nuance. Like, oh, he's a bad guy, but it's really because of trauma that makes him more relatable, right? Who of us hasn't tried to destroy the world at some point because of something that happened in our childhood? And the chosen one's dull. Give me a low-level stakes pot for the next Witcher game instead. Yeah, let me just go out Witcherin'. Let it be Columbo, but witching.
Let me Columbo. I'm actually surprised. Like, we're in an interesting era where a lot of TV shows are coming out with Columbo-esque. Like, everyone was like, shit. We haven't had Columbo for a while. What if we did Columbo?
Yeah.
And so we're getting a lot of it at the moment, which is great, because it's a fun genre. Like, it's such easy viewing. I'm really surprised more games haven't... Like, no game I can really think of kind of goes down that path where it's like, you know how this ends? Now you need to figure it out. Like, you as the character need to now piece together the clues. Like, it's an interesting game concept to get a player to do that. The closest thing I can think of is,
Oberdin.
maybe, oh, what's Lady Love Dies? It's, oh my god, their new game coming out. It's called Mascot Detective Agency.
What? Duck Detective.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to Google it. What's the game called? Oh my god. It's the closest I've
Paradise
ever...
Killer.
Paradise Killer, thank you. Paradise Killer. I was going Paradise Love, and I'm like, that's not what it's called. Paradise Killer. Yes, yes, yes. I can't... I highly rate that game, despite the review I did of it many years ago not quite reflecting it as much. It was one that I almost needed longer to sit on my thoughts with it. To write how I felt about it. Because I really enjoyed that. Whereas, like, you know someone's dead. Okay, cool. I haven't seen it happen, but collecting all the clues, everything for that one, that's a great one. Not quite the Columbo-esque style, where you literally see the exact plot take place. Yeah. There's some good ones. There's some good ones.
Yeah, what? People say nuance is more realistic, but I've never seen any nuance in real life. Villains are painfully obvious in reality. Yeah, not a lot of people have that kind of nuance to their backstory. They're kind of just dicks. Give me someone I can hate and hate unabashedly. Stop making them relatable.
I think part of that, though, comes from the fact that we as people aren't always the most tolerant. So in a way, it's coming from us trying to remind people that people are just people. And often when we just create pure evil, you know. I don't know. I don't know.
Just because you can see it in real life doesn't mean it's not there. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's interesting, though. You know? How dare you be intolerant of intolerant people? Yeah, those lactose losers. It just comes down to a balance of what kinds of villains there are. Jesus, to a balance. Can't speak. I just want someone who's full of themselves, arrogant enough to break out into song before they try and kill me. Like, you felt Vaz at any point in time was going to start singing. Ruining everybody's good time at the Dairy Queen, yeah.
That character was brilliant, but he was only in half the game, so...
A character that's pure evil closely resembles a monster rather than a human? I don't think so. Because monsters are more animalistic. They just do the thing that they do.
Okay, no, I've found the words for what my contradiction is in my head.
Oh. Ooh.
An asshole in my story might be a best friend in yours. And so, by making people relatable, right? It's a reminder that most villains... Like, no villain believes they're a villain, right? Like...
Yeah.
So it's just an over catering to that. Yes, there is pure evil, and you can make characters like that, and that's fun. But it's fun. It's fun to get to see both. It's fun to get to see both. When we get too much of the same, that's when we then stop enjoying it, right?
So yeah. That the villain is wrong, so why humor them? I don't know. I don't know. I just like seeing the extremes of like how far it can go. And keeping that tone, you know, like Handsome Jack. What a great villain.
Oh my god, I love Handsome Jack.
It's
That's
like
why I love pre-sequel. But see, I liked pre-sequel because it walked you through how bitter he was towards those people. Why he hated them so much, just wanted to fuck with them. And that's why I loved it. Because I was
Handsome
like,
Jack
you
is
got to
just
watch
Squidward.
that dude become an ass. You got to watch him not be the worst guy, like he's a bit of a dick. But you get to watch him just get annoyed enough and shit on enough by these people that you think heroes, that you then go, yeah, I would have done what he did too.
Yeah, what you don't get is really Handsome Jack is Squidward, and you and your friends are SpongeBob and Patrick. You can do it, Sean. The absolute here is that there's no better or worse types of stories or characters. What matters is the quality of execution. Execution and also exposure. If you're constantly exposed to the same thing, it has diminishing returns no matter how well the execution is. Sometimes you don't even have to like make something good. You just have to have better timing. So right now, get a crazy villain. Just throw a crazy villain out there because we're in the time of nuance. And then once the villains become too one-dimensional, throw in some nuance.
Yeah.
Just alternate. Bum, 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 bum. That's what culture is. It's as much timing as anything else. The reason why I feel morally gray has become a bit tired in popular media is that it's done lazily. I mean, that too. Alongside the whole, like, prequels of everything. Growing up, theater kids is when you realize that Benny from Rent was being completely reasonable. Jack in prison and enslaved his daughter? Yeah, he's a dick. He's not a good guy.
Yeah. He was awful. He was awful. And that's why I like pre-sequel, because it's him just being like, I'm here. He was still a dick. And then he became even more of one. He's awful. I'm certainly not saying he's redeemable. Oh, villain with no moral regret. I think I might have had this conversation with my friends. No, I had this conversation with my friends when playing games the other night. I really love Far Cry 5 Joseph Seed. He is so detestable. I can barely look at him on screen. He makes me feel physically ill. Like, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Because he is so messed up. And, like, I can't look at him on screen.
That's how I feel about Neocortex. Bad guy in Crash Bandicoot. And then they do party games together? Like, what's going on here?
They let him come ride?
Alright, they let the dude ride. Watch your back. Felt like that about Maximus from the Fallout show, lol. I think they did him really well. He's insufferable.
Maximus
I can't
was
stand him. But
great.
he's done really, really well.
He's done so good.
It's funny how he gets indoctrinated like 3 times
Yeah.
in one show. Because that's just the kind of character he is. Joker's not a good villain. When's the last time the Joker used an actual clown profession thing when doing evil? What? Wasn't that the last Joker? He was an actual clown. Villains that think they're morally right can be fun at times too. I guess they tend to just be up their own ass, but not in a fun way. It's like a righteous sort of thing instead of just I'm the shit. It's like, no, this is good. Maximus was written like a low-end character, which is really fun. Yeah. Which seed was the one doing those cult TV ads? That was creepy. Cult TV ads.
of the Seed family. It wasn't the sister, was it?
Mm. Worst villain motivation in recent years: Thanos solved resource scarcity by eliminating half the universe. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, yeah. No one thought to just go like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Oh, you crazy like that, huh? Yeah, it was a solution. It was an answer. Best Pixar villain is Syndrome, just mean and dorky. That's a good villain. Yeah.
He killed so many people.
Half of everything, yeah. Wait, oh, you talking Syndrome? Yeah, no, he killed people. Straight up.
So many people.
He killed many people.
Like when they're on the island and he's going through all that? Oh my god.
He killed a lot of supers.
And maybe if they didn't have capes,
Yeah,
would
no
be
capes.
living in the best timeline.
That's why you don't go looking for that kind of stuff there, Aeon.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, no. The Reddit, the most sane of fandoms. Syndrome just had a blockbuster death that continues to pay dividends today. Iconic. Oh, see, as good as the villain themselves, you also gotta have a good send off, right? Like Clayton, dickhead in Tarzan, but the way he went out, my goodness. And hangs himself because he was like, no, nobody helped me. Twitter's way worse. Yeah, nah, I don't look at that stuff. I make my own social media. I text my mom, send her memes.
We have a really cool timeline going.
That's it. Mm-hmm. My own with black. No, there's no blackjack on mine. Nope. Can't gamble everywhere. Andrew Ryan had a good, he had a good send off. Wait, you talking house like House MD? What? Medical diagnostician? That house? My favorite villain has to be Will Frey from the Drawn to Life game, since he kept the kid in a coma after surviving a car crash to keep his world from disappearing. There you go. See, like this, almost like the situation should be nuanced, not the character themselves. Like Wreck-It Ralph, that was a creepy villain. Very one-dimensional, very simple, but the way he went about everything, that freaked me out a little.
The king guy?
Yeah, the king. When they revealed who it was, I was like, oh. Like, this is a twist.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 was quite disappointing to me because 1 was so good.
Yeah, it was so good.
And then 2 just didn't quite hit right because Wreck-It Ralph was great.
I was like, it's pretty straightforward. It is what it is. And then that twist, I was like, oh my God. I mean, I should have seen it coming, but I didn't.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, it was there the whole time and I missed it. I like Turning Red because the villain is your period, and if that's not relatable, I don't know what is.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 was such a character assassination on poor Ralph. Aw.
Aw.
Before I rewind, is game good? What's the consensus?
Game is good. People have. It would be wrong for me not to say that people have experienced a lot of bugs and issues. I fortunately haven't been one of them. Neither has anyone I know, but that doesn't mean they are not present. And so it is worthwhile acknowledging it has had a lot of issues in its launch. If you've already played and tried a Genshin, it is that. Don't come into it thinking, oh, it's going to be Genshin, but better. That can mean anything in your head. It is the same thing. They're very much similar games. So if you like this, it's more of that. Combat's probably a little bit stronger. The world exploration's pretty cool. Story-wise, it's not quite there yet. It tries to throw too much at you too quickly. And so you just go, I don't know what's going on, and I don't care to know. Whereas something like Genshin was very smart about layering its simple concepts early. Like I pointed out to Alex, I said, you know that for Tui, like the main bad guys don't get introduced to you until literally the end of chapter 1. And he's like, didn't think about that. And I said, you literally meet Signora at the end of the first Archon quest. So like at the end of the first prologue, like the big main chapter, is where you meet her. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit we have Genshin at home, but it's good. Like, it is good, and I do like it. It's a hard one for me to kind of distill my feelings down into, though. That answers it perfectly, thank you. No, I'm glad that helps. I've been really struggling when people have asked me how I feel about it. So I'm glad that was a useful breakdown for you.
Oh my god, we got Bench and Bimpact at home.
Bench and Gimpact.
Bench and Gimpact.
Yeah, if you're in it for the story, Genshin is where it's at 100%.
Yeah, give me an acid trip, Eric. Give me all the colors. Let's see here. Oh my god, here comes the week. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Summer Games Fest. Next Fest. I hope you guys are ready. The games keep coming and they don't stop coming. They don't stop.
I mean, Spartan X, base level, absolutely. I understand that there's 3 villains here, blah, blah. Like, I understand that it's, okay, there's 3 factions, there's 1 monster type, etc. But they like to use a lot of big words to get those points across. And that's where I find it lets itself down, is it works against itself in the language it uses to try and onboard you. It doesn't mean you don't understand what's going on by the end. It's just trying to throw you in too deep too quick, in my personal opinion, with its story. Just because they're wanting to use big words to describe simple concepts. And that's fair. You need to do stuff like that. Oh no, I did that one the wrong way. That was a lengthy reset.
Teenagers love stuff that sounds techno and complicated. Do they? I don't know. It's been a while since I've been a teenager. I'm a 20-ager, about to be a 30-ager.
20-ager.
Too much of the jargon. It makes you feel smart, you know?
Too much jargon. Yeah, just a bit too much jargon so far.
The like aero hydro engine particulator artifactor. You don't know? Oh damn. I'm a tweenager. Like it's not rocket science, you know.
what if it was?
Probably be easier to understand. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Oh no, what a bop. Rest in peace, Smash Mouth. I'm pre-middle age. There you go. Yo, welcome to the
beautiful way to do it.
We are living in the early 2020s. The early 20s, as they will call them. How we see the 20s of the 1920s, that's how they're going to see us. And that's something. Jump back.
Jump back.
Jump back.
You make an interesting point where you're saying you're confused that Final Fantasy 13 was popular enough to spawn 2 more sequels. Final Fantasy 14's the MMO. Surely that had been in development for way longer. What was the time difference? I don't actually know the answer to this. I've never particularly touched Final Fantasy. Surely there was a bigger time gap between those, right? Oh. No.
Just make it wherever it lands. Wait, someone from Smash Mouth died? Yeah. The main dude. The guy who told me that somebody once told him. Like liver failure or something, I don't know. Seemed to have had a drinking problem.
Oh, but there
I used to be the biggest Final Fantasy fan. And 13 was the game to break me off being that. Wow, that poo-poo. That always makes me curious. People tell me about all the games that they enjoy, but I want to hear about, like, the game that turned you away. This one just made me swear it off entirely. I like Final Fantasy 13. I own the trilogy. Just you speak. How do you guys feel about Square Enix not making the turn-based ones anymore? They said, yeah, that's it. We're done.
You shall no longer receive henceforth turn-based combat. For that, you must retreat to Yakuza like a dragon.
Yep. Play out a spreadsheet, they said. Elden Ring made me swear off Souls and Souls-likes? No way. Is it all Souls and Souls-likes or just the open world ones? Nobody likes turn-based games anymore. We could have seen it last year. Aww.
I like turn-based games. No, I'm not high. I need to get to level 21 to continue the main quest. The main quest has voice acting and things. This is just an exploration quest.
13-1 is a 45-hour hallway. Ugh. 13-2 is a strange timeline hopper where the ending is DLC, and 13-3 is Majora's Mask like with a strange premise. See, every video game that eventually like turns sour eventually becomes what everyone mocked it, thought that it was. Like the way that you say that about those Final Fantasies, that's how I see all the others. It's not true, but now it is. I love how people say no one likes turn-based. Yeah, Persona's a franchise and it is turn-based. P3 didn't do too well.
But it was a
If I never see another, if I never see another boss fight that is really like 2 boss fights and I have to beat the first boss fight every time again, it'll be too soon. You should play another Crab's Treasure. That might fix you up. Get rid of the Souls fatigue.
And Honkai Star Rail's turn-based combat, and it's one of the biggest games in the world right now.
Yeah, what are you doing about that, huh? It's because he can run on a phone.
It runs so good.
You guys say, like, no one likes turn-based. What about Candy Crush? Solitaire.
You did play Crab Treasure. No, they don't give you a gun. You turned that on. You
Who
have
put this
to
in
make
my
an
hand?
effort to turn that on.
Look what I found. Waving around this Glock.
I think it's hilarious.
They gave me the turning the gun on button. Yeah. Was it weird that Souls fatigue set in for me in the middle of DS3 when I've only ever finished Dark Souls 2? Nah, I don't think it's weird at all. That was incredibly middling. I don't think I have Souls fatigue. I just don't like Souls-like games that aren't made by Miyazaki. It's a very specific genre with 3 games in it.
I have a genre. It's 3 games.
You know, that's my letterbox. Duh. The Miyazaki likes, yeah. Am I missing the joke about turn-based? Wasn't Baldur's Gate 3 turn-based and we spent the last year circle jerking its greatness? Someone circle jerked it. I did not. And I represent the majority, obviously.
I am always in the correct party. Doesn't matter which one.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I'm a centrist.
I am right.
I jump the fence depending on stances. I'm like, yo, do we like this game? All right, cool, jump. When we talk about turn-based, do we mean turn-based as in we switch turns or the standard RPG silly stuff? We're talking not real time. As far as combat goes, Baldur's Gate 3 is a chore, IMO. Baldur's Gate 3 is for people who like to read. Yep. I've been, what did I play? I played Dread Delusion. There was the other game too. I played South Park Stick of Truth. Last week I just tried to slam some RPGs and be like, all right, now I like them, right? I was trying to work up to maybe beating Skyrim again. I just can't.
Maybe.
I don't know. RPGs are so hard for me to get. And I try to be empathetic. I'm like, people like these, there's something worthwhile. But there's a little critter inside of me that goes, these people are lying. No one actually likes these games. Stick of Truth was, okay. I'm not going to say Stick of Truth was, as in I have some objective truth about Stick of Truth. I found Stick of Truth to be incredibly slow, incredibly boring. Basic side questing over and over again. I didn't get the appeal. Outside of, what you like, South Park? I'm also not a South Park girly, so I don't get it. You can throw people off cliffs, pardon?
What? This?
That probably Baldur's Gate.
Oh, Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Yeah. Heck, I felt the same about sport and shooter games. Yeah, I'm just a very gameplay heavy dude. And I find, this is my hot take, I find a lot of writing in games to be really weak. Because I grew up reading, I grew up reading a lot, just any book I could get. I watched a lot of movies, like just a lot of. Disco Elysium is just so well written. That's the one where I go, like, that's the minimum. You have to be written as well as Disco Elysium for me to like you on writing alone. Maybe it's because I was younger and had more free time, or I could self-insert more easily. But now it just feels silly to me. I just don't vibe with the. I don't vibe with the gameplay, number one, and I always find that the gameplay kills the pacing of the story. I'm one of those annoying people that thinks RPGs peak with Chrono Trigger. Love Stick of Truth, but yeah, if you don't care much for South Park, it's gonna fall flat pretty quick. And they were funny, you know. I'm not a big South Park guy, but they were funny. But then there was a lot of like constantly trekking, moving on to the next thing. It's hard to get into RPGs when you have more going on in your life. Yeah, but see, I try to just say I'm the weirdo. Otherwise, I'm gonna start thinking like, oh, you only like RPGs because you don't have a social life. You know, I'm not trying to qualify it for people because that's just rude.
It's been 2 hours.
Oh, it has been.
It's been
Look
2
at that.
hours.
501. I'm not gonna say that, Frost. I'm just implying that. I'm just implying that it's implied.
I'm implying the implication that I may be implicated.
I turn into a rotten, cynical bastard, and I try to avoid it at all times. When the moon is full, though, you'll catch me saying some asinine things like, "Yeah, no, RPGs aren't real." You know?
I knew it. I knew he was a werewolf. Well, chat. I haven't told Frost this yet. I'm also away next weekend. But then we'll be back as normal the following week. Yeah, so that was Wuthering Waves. I gave my thoughts about 10 minutes ago. Probably in the best way I can distill it down. I'm enjoying it enough. I'm enjoying it enough. But anyway, what are you doing for us? Where can the people find you? What's going down?
Let's see here. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow you get a new Cold Take, and you get a new Windbreakers podcast. It's gonna be a double dip of me tomorrow, so get ready for that. Brace yourselves.
Double dip.
And then all the usual stuff. Yeah, might even drop a video on my own channel about this. Lars, the CEO of Embracer, he's flapping his lips again, talking about maybe we should raise prices on video games. And I was like, Lars, I don't think I can get you. I don't think I can let you get away with that. I think it's my civic duty to clown him. So yeah.
Interesting. And yeah, as Chad is mentioning, Adventures 9 next week, the remaster for Season 1, Episode 1. Yeah, so it'll be a good time. Lots to look forward to. Me, I'm here. What's going on? So feel free to follow me on my socials and things. I'll let y'all know when I actually am doing stuff and things again. Just a lot happening at the moment. So yeah, hopefully you all have a fantastic week ahead, and we will catch you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.